for your mental health than doing something creative. It doesn't really matter what form that you choose, but being creative is really, really important for our mental health.
Welcome to Keeping Tabs. I'm Tabitha Crock, and every Monday, I talk to someone here in North Idaho with the goal to connect more people in the Coeur d'Alene area. And then every Friday, I talk to someone outside the community to bring in a new perspective and to learn a little bit about yourself. Do you love the Pacific Northwest as much as I do and want to show it off everywhere you go? I have the best apparel for you. Go to Forever Green PNW. So that's Forever ERGRNPNW.com or on their social media and go check them out. They have the best apparel. They have sweatshirts, they have hoodies, they have tees, they have swimsuits. They've got all kinds of great things to represent the Pacific Northwest. And they also are doing something really cool, little deals with their hoodies. So go check out them. They're fantastic and have a fantastic day. All right. I have two special guests with me today. They are also podcasters. They are art enthusiasts. They are amazing community leaders. I got Ali and Callie, which is so fun to say. Like that is the best thing to say. So Ali and Callie, thank you guys for coming on. And Ali, tell us a little bit about who you are. I guess my background with Ali is that I've known her since 2014 when I joined Kiwanis, and you were in the Kiwanis and you were one of like the mentors for me. And so now like things have completely changed from where we were. But tell us a little bit about you and what you're doing.
Okay, well, for the last 6.5 years, I have been the executive director of the Coeur d'Alene Arts and Culture Alliance. I am also a graphic designer, and yes, I was involved with the Kiwanis for a long time, and that was really fun. I had to give it up when I took this job. It was just too much, but anyway, I love art. My mom is an artist, and so I grew up in an artistic family, and my mom basically told us when we were little that we could do anything we wanted. So I do anything I want.
That's good. Callie, tell us a little bit. I don't know as much about you, so tell me who you are and what you do.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm on the board of Arts and Culture Alliance, and I'm the board chair currently, and I've been on the board I think about 6 years. And I actually came to Coeur d'Alene in 1994 with Coeur d'Alene Summer Theater. So that's my connection to Coeur d'Alene. I met my husband here, and I've been an actress for over 40 years. So that's kind of my connection to the arts. I have my BFA in musical theater, and I've been performing kind of in the Northwest, in the Rocky Mountain area. I'm originally from Colorado, and I've been performing most of my life. I have 2 children, and my husband and I moved here full time back when our kids were little, and then we moved away. We went back to Colorado to be with my family, and we realized we wanted to raise our kids here. We had a couple of rental homes here, and we decided we can't just do this we'd go, our summer home in Coeur d'Alene. It makes us sound like we're just like ultra wealthy and all this stuff. We're just not, 2 actors, so we ended up coming back, and it's been great. And came back, did some more theater, and then I actually got into being an artist, painting, and now in the last in the last couple of years, got into resin and woodwork. My husband during the COVID years, because there was no performing, so kind of found a new interest out of that. And actually we've been podcasting the last year, which has been the most fun of our job, and kind of getting to know more people in the community. I mean, Ali, everybody knows Ali, and
yes, they do.
People know me. They know me on stage. They don't know me on the street. They know my husband know them more than they know me. But so it's just been really fun getting out there and meeting people in our community and finding more about just all the local artists that we have so many amazing people in this town, and how people support the arts. And we just want to make this the arts community in the Northwest, inland Northwest. And I think we're there, but we want to be bigger. Yeah.
We want people to say, I'm going to Coeur d'Alene for the art, not for the golf.
Or the lake.
Good luck, Ali. Good luck.
We've got goals.
We've got big goals.
So Ali, so this podcast, how did your guys' podcast how did this start?
Oh God, this is so funny because Callie and I didn't even know what a podcast was before this whole. Kristen is our producer, Kristen Kilmer, and we started doing this funny thing just Live. On Facebook Live,
right?
And
promoting the Riverstone concert series.
That's where we started.
And we would just do these little quick, like, hey, don't forget the Riverstone concert series, It all started with one of our board meetings. I'm like, oh, it's Ali and Callie. We're the A and C.
We're the A and C, Ali and Callie.
And that's how it started.
Yeah. And then Kristen goes, one day she goes, we should do a podcast. And Callie and I are like, what's a podcast?
Yeah. Sure. That'll be fun. Who's going to listen?
So it took about a year for her to convince us to do it. But we did, and our very first guest was Mary Lou Reed, and she was amazing.
She was awesome.
Love her.
We had 37 episodes last season. We decided to do it seasonally, take a break over the winter because it's hard over the holidays to get people together as well as us. And we're starting back up, and our first guest in March to air March 4th is Jim Hammond, our new mayor.
So which is great, which is really great. And there's a lot happening in our city with the growth and with people coming in and some really exciting things. And, having Abby on your team, and I'm really excited about the things happening. What kind of shift are you guys seeing in the arts locally here in Coeur d'Alene?
Well, right at the moment, I'm a little disturbed by some of the things that I've been hearing, particularly at the city council meetings.
Me too.
Yeah, it's I
feel divisive.
Like it's a little divisive, and it's a little frustrating. I feel like our history in this community has always been one of collaboration, and I feel like right now we're not doing a very good job of that.
We're trying to educate, especially if people would listen to the podcast, educate people about the art in our community, and then get to know more about the artists, and actually using Abby as one of our great program coordinators to explain some of the art and some of the art, the concepts behind some of the works, so people don't understand what the art is about. They just judge it on appearance right away and don't have the meaning. They don't look at the
background.
Yeah. So hopefully we can educate our audience and educate the community a little bit more, so they're a little more open to all kinds of art and not judge it by their standards and go, oh, well, I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah.
That's our hope.
Well,
that is our hope.
Do you think that like art, we live in a very conservative community, which is, there's good things and bad things with that. Do you think there's kind of a stigma around when people hear art of, kind of almost like fearful of what art's going to bring? And because people, I don't know if it is, but I think it's more of like like you said, no education or misunderstanding what art is bringing to our community.
Yeah, I would say that there, to some people, there is maybe a little bit of a stigma. To some people, I think they think that art is a lofty entity that isn't for the average person. And that to me is really sad, because art is for everybody. And really art is really about the creative process. And the creative process is something that every single one of us do every single day. It just happens to come out in the visual arts with painting and sculpture, in the performing arts with singing and dancing and interpreting literature to make it into a Broadway play or a on stage production. It really shouldn't be something that people feel like they can't reach, because it is and is for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's so important that it's not only, there's an emotional impact that the creative side of art can bring to a person. A lot of people are struggling with mental health during these last couple years. And I can say, as a person who's a performer her entire life, to not be able to sing and perform and to be out in the public as a social being and feeling guilty if you're even outside and not with a mask or with a mask and going, oh, but I've had COVID twice. Literally, I've had it twice, going, I feel like I'm immune now, but I hope I am. But there's that when you're sad, you want to hear music, when you're having a great day, there's nothing better than putting on your favorite song and listening to great music. Or sometimes, you just watch somebody paint and you go, oh my God, look at that. It's beautiful. Or you look at a piece of sculpture and go, that is gorgeous. Somebody made that, So there's so many things that you can appreciate if you just open your eyes a little bit.
Right. I agree 100%. And I think that's another great point, is I think also the positive of being like, when we went through quarantine and when we were really like at home, is I think some people did take that opportunity to get creative and kind of tap into their artistic side. I know I did. That was the moment where I was like, I'm starting videos and I'm going to start like, this is like kind of my art, my connecting with people. I think there's some cool things that came out of it as well.
Yeah.
I agree.
I can't tell you how many people I know started new crafts, new arts, new hobbies, they never thought they could do. And my husband and I are both those people. We just started our taxes this year going, oh my God, we've spent thousands of dollars on wood and resin and paints, and we love it. I mean, it saved us like emotionally, because he lost 80% of his work in the first COVID year, 82%. And if we didn't have that, I think we might have lost our mind, So the arts are so important. And I think if people can see that, I mean, not everyone can afford to go boating and not everyone can afford to go golfing. You can go walk and look at the lake and go swim in the lake, but
and you could go walk and look at the public art, the amazing public art collection that we have.
And we have so much. And it's so nice that this small town that's not so small anymore has an amazing galleries, amazing. I love the public art that you can just walk anywhere and say, oh my God, look at that. I haven't seen that before. And it's great.
And go to the galleries and see artists actually working, especially during Art Walk, which is really fun. One of my favorites is watching Cheryl Metcalf do her sculptures.
Yeah.
She is amazing to watch. She takes this lump of clay and she turns it into a face or a being of some kind, and it's really magical.
Well, Ali, you just brought up a good point. Tell us a little bit more. If you're from Coeur d'Alene or living in this Northwest area, you should be going to Art Walk at least a couple times a year. Tell us more about what is Art Walk?
Art Walk is it is a gathering of the community. Really, it's the galleries open up every second Friday of the month from January through December. The second Friday of the month, from 5 to 8 p.m. The galleries are open, and ideally are doing a brand new exhibit. Most of them do a brand new exhibit every month, and they use that as their opening. And it is an opportunity for the community to go and visit the galleries and see the art and just kind of learn about what our local artists are doing, as well as regional and national artists sometimes are featured. But it's also about community. It's, you know, the restaurants are open and participating, and some area businesses get involved and they do something special, bring in a special artist to feature. Migliore Olive Oil Company is a great example. They have a little gallery space in the back and they feature an artist back there.
Mix It Up has a
Mix It Up
gallery in the back now. And they have a featured gallery or featured artist every month. And
yeah, I like how they do like during the summer, and they always have someone outside like painting or doing something bright.
Yes.
Mix it up.
And a lot of the galleries are going to incorporate some musicians. So we're going to have live musicians as it warms up, as it's freezing today.
Right.
It's so cold.
It is so cold.
But that's what we just want to have, the community out and about, and you know, more interactions as it becomes, you know, as we've all been kind of hidden away, and just get back out there and, you know, get to know your neighbors.
It's so funny how people are just dying to get stimulation from the arts and music. Our Riverstone Summer Concert Series is really gaining in popularity because people really missed being able to get out and being outside where you can listen to music under a, you know, beautiful sky in Coeur d'Alene. I can't think of anything I'd want to do more.
What's also great is that our programs are all free. So it's free to the communities. So we have great sponsors that help provide these programs for free to the community. So it's great.
It is.
We can have these awesome concerts that she's put up she finds all the great musicians, and we get local musicians mostly, and then a few out of towners that are just amazing, and
we treat them really well, so they want to come back.
People are pounding at our door.
That's right.
I'm a live music. That was the hardest part for me during COVID, was missing a live music. But yeah, like this last summer, I loved Art Walk. And there was like live music I mean, I was like, oh, this energy, I've missed this. And so it is, I love that Art Walk is more than just walking around looking at art. It's that, but it's also musicians. And like you said, the restaurants and other places are getting involved.
Running into your friends downtown during that and talking about what you've seen. It's, you know, it's all part of it.
Yeah.
And then when does Riverstone music start?
Riverstone music starts June 30th. We are opening up with the Rub, and we are excited because they're getting ready to do the new shade cover for the stage. So there will be shade in the park.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
We're really, really excited about that.
That's really cool. And I love that, Coeur d'Alene, you know, Ali and I've talked about this too, is like, I mean, we have a lot of people very vocal about art and those things, especially we talked about city council and I think it's one of those things. And that's one of the reasons I do this is like, hey, if we can educate one more person on how important these arts are for our community, I think it'd be huge. What I really love is also like things like emerge, you know, in our community and bringing in a whole different type of art and socializing around art. I just think it's fantastic.
Right. What I love about Emerge is that Jenny Hegstead has done such an amazing job at reaching the younger people.
I was just going to
say getting them excited about art, because we need to keep people engaged in the arts. Right. And she's done a great job of reaching them through really cool projects like one of my favorites is their the ink print rally that they do, where they have artists design the giant print blocks and they print with the steamroller, and it's the coolest. It's just, you know, whoever thought of that was brilliant.
Like I said, it's so cool what they're doing, and I love that we are starting to really see our community really, I mean, for the most part, really embrace this art and culture.
Right.
So do you guys have any you have any other events coming up besides, Art Walk? I mean, obviously that's always happening, but Riverstone.
Yes, we do. We have the Coeur d'Alene Artist Studio Tour that will be the last weekend in August. And this year we decided that we're going to just keep it the last weekend in August every year. So people can kind of count on that's when it will be. And last year we had, I believe, 38 artists on the tour in 16 different studios. We do this VIP bus tour, which is just a blast. And here's my favorite story about the VIP bus tour is the studio tour is free, but you can pay to go on the studio tour bus and be taken to all the studios. And you have this guide on the bus who just happens to be me.
Yeah.
And I make sure that everybody knows all the good info on all the artists before we get to the studio. And we actually had lunch in the back of 2 of the studio gardens. It was so fun to have lunch in Terry Lee's garden. That was really fun.
Yeah.
But we had on the Sunday tour, we had quite a few husbands joining their wives.
Oh, yeah.
And they came, and one of them said, I could have been fishing. And I thought, well, you know what? You're going to have a great time. And apparently they did, because at the end, I asked all of them to fill out our little online survey that tells, how they felt about the event. And the one comment that I knew who it was from, he said, it was more fun than fishing.
Well, if it's guided by you, then I know it's a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it doesn't hurt that we serve mimosas, bottomless mimosas.
Oh, then I need to sign up for this too.
It's super fun.
It's super fun.
It's a great way. You don't have to drive. They just drive you.
That's right.
Chauffeur
you around.
See some art, buy some art, meet the artists, watch them work.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're
That's
local.
one. And
I always ask this to everybody that comes on, because it's more of like, I always want to know if there's like some hole in the wall I don't know about. But what is your favorite, each of you separately, what is your favorite, Callie, what is your favorite go-to restaurant in the like North Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls area?
Well, I'm going to say Bardenay, because I love the satay and I do love the basil instinct, the drink with vodka, not gin. That's my favorite.
Then you can sit on the patio in summer, which is so nice. Like sitting right
I love the patio. It's convenient. It's great service. That's what came to my mind first. I'm sure I have more.
Yeah. Well, I know.
Oh, and then I just had another one. I just went, oh no, I want to say, go ahead.
There's
I bet
so
you're
many.
Gonna say, I would say Studio 107.
Studio 107 is
the
definitely
crab
a go-to.
soup.
Oh yeah, the crab bisque.
That's so good.
So is their salmon BLT.
Yeah, they might have better food. I would say maybe better food than Bardenay.
I don't know. That's
tough.
Salmon satay at Bardenay is pretty amazing.
Yeah. So
nobody can beat a basil instinct.
It's the best.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
I will also tell you that my other favorite that I don't get to very often because it's in the valley is Hey J's.
Oh
yeah.
I don't even know that one.
What? The tuna.
Oh my God, we're going there.
The tuna at Hey J's.
The what?
The tuna.
Oh. Tuna.
Oh, and they have the wrap. They're it's a wasabi. It's like
delicious.
Oh.
No, all their food is insanely delicious. Their wine is good. Everything is good at Hey J's. Yes. It's so weird because you walk into, so if you're listening, you're not from the area. It's actually in Liberty Lake, which is right across the border. And it's in it looks like a gas station strip mall, and walk in and it's like you're transported to a different place.
Exactly. Because it does not look like what you're walking into from the outside.
Is it to the right of the highway?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe it's
across the street from that little sports place.
Oh, I think I've been to the sports place.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, I haven't been there.
That's
okay. Well, I want to go.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. We might go there after we're done today.
Yeah.
That is so good. So good. So, Ali, if you could have dinner with anybody dead or alive, so you can we're going to Hey J's and you can pick anybody you want to bring dead or alive, who would it be?
Katharine Hepburn.
Oh,
Ooh, great answer.
Katharine Hepburn.
ooh,
I
that's
love
good.
Katharine Hepburn.
I love that. That's
Oh.
good.
I thought she was an amazing actress and just a
Classy.
really amazing person.
Unique person. Yeah, that's a great
Mhm.
answer.
Love the story about her and Spencer Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the fact that they were together for so many years, but he was married to somebody else. Kind of reminds me of my Aunt Minnie a little bit.
Ooh.
Everybody has
Oh,
that.
I know. That's another great story that my mother would probably kill me to tell.
Yeah, don't tell that. She's like, no, Allie, Alexandra.
Callie, what if you could go, you're going to go to Bardenay and you could have dinner with anybody, who would it be?
Buddy. Oh my gosh. See, that's tough. Yeah. See, then I immediately want to go to an actor or something. But I think I would want to go with, who would I want to go with? Ooh, somebody like, I like Emma Thompson.
Ooh, Emma Thompson.
Because
She's pretty fun.
I think she'd be my best friend.
I think it'd be fun. It'd be very fun.
I think she's funny and she's just wicked smart.
Yeah.
Maybe all the Emmas. I like Emma, the other Emma.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, because she's funny and I like her
She
voice.
is funny.
She's funny.
And yeah.
I like her too.
Hilarious.
She's got a great voice.
All the Emmas. That's
Emma,
too many.
who played Hermione.
Yeah.
Emma Watson.
Oh, Emma what? Emma. Oh, what's her name?
Let's just have an Emma party.
Emma party.
All the Emmas are invited.
All the Emmas. I know.
So if someone's listening right now and they want to get involved, because the Art and Cultural Alliance and what you guys do, there is things like sponsorship opportunities or ways to get involved, volunteerism.
Mm-hmm.
How do people get a hold of you, or how do people get involved with what you're doing? And it could be the podcast too.
Sure.
Right. The best way to do it is go to our website, artsandculturecda.org.
Mm-hmm.
There is information on how to get a hold of me and Callie.
Yes.
Because we do have an Ali and Callie page on there. And you can listen to all the podcasts there.
Yeah, they're still available.
Still there from season 1. You can come and find me down at the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
We have an office in the Coeur d'Alene Chamber. And ways to get involved. We do have sponsorships available for the studio tour, for the Riverstone concert series.
Mm-hmm.
We do already have our main sponsor for Art Walk, and that's STCU. They're amazing.
Right.
We actually have some
amazing sponsors.
And I use that word amazing a little too often.
Well, they're faithful. They've been great.
And I think they must clearly believe in what we're doing, because we get them back year after year.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to honor the fact that they are our major sponsors and make these programs that we do possible. We do really fun things for them, like every Christmas. This Christmas,
right.
Callie and I dressed up as elves and delivered gifts to our major sponsors. That was pretty fun.
That was fun.
Mary Lou Reed is one of them, and she was having lunch at Olympia, the Greek restaurant downtown. And we walked in and apparently provided quite a bit of amusement for everybody having lunch.
I love that you guys found out where her lunch was.
I know. We're like, well, how long are you going to be there?
Exactly.
We'll visit you.
It was pretty fun.
So my last question for you, we've talked about a couple times, is it's been a crazy couple years. People, I think, have been struggling mainly like emotionally or mentally. What is a piece of advice, each of you differently, Callie can go first, is what a piece of advice you would give to someone that's maybe struggling, especially like mentally, emotionally?
Well, I would say if you have a passion, don't be afraid to start. And because it's never too late. If you want to learn how to play the piano, there's people out there that will teach you. The conservatory is teaching, they have great musicians there. If you want to learn how to paint, we have a million people. I mean, I swear there's so many great artists here that teach. If you just need to be with other people, I know there's great places that you can reach out and, even just go out to Art Walk, meet us.
Mhm.
Meet us at Studio 107. We're usually there at Art Walk.
Usually there.
Having a glass of wine.
That's right.
Just don't be afraid to reach out to other people. I mean, it's hard to be alone. And this year and last year has been difficult, especially if you're a gregarious, outgoing person.
Mhm.
Even if you can't reach out in public, reach out via phone and texting and, write some letters, maybe write letters to servicemen, anything. So you're still connected in some way. So you're not alone. I think that's the hardest part, is feeling alone and being isolated
Mhm.
and feeling trapped when it's cold or rainy and you feel like I'm not allowed to go out because I have COVID or I'm afraid of COVID. And
Mhm.
there's got to be other ways, and find things that make you happy and just do it. Don't be
Right.
afraid,
Yeah.
because you're never too old. Because I started something new at 50. I think I was 56 when I started the last new thing. And you know what? I'll start something new at 60. I know I will. So don't be afraid. Just keep going. That's
Right.
my advice.
And there is nothing better for your mental health than doing something creative. It doesn't really matter what form that you choose, but being creative is really, really important for our mental health, for all of us.
100%. 100.
Mhm.
And what fuels you? As soon as you do those things that fuel you, you stop doing, you're kind of like, it's like almost like you took a drug or you drank
Right.
glasses of wine and you're like, I'm sober, but I feel like
Mhm.
excited and alive and high. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah. Paint yourself a picture or draw yourself a drawing and then put it on your refrigerator.
Yeah. Look what I did today.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, yeah. I mean, when you're a kid, you give your picture to your mom or your grandma or somebody, and they put it on the why can't we have our own stuff on our fridge?
We can.
You can.
We can.
You should see my
there
house.
Are no rules. My mom said we could do whatever we want.
Yeah.
I like your mom.
Yeah.
She said it. I just do what her mom says.
Hey,
that's my mother's all-time favorite quote. My favorite quote of my mother's all-time favorite is, "Good art won't match your sofa."
Ooh. There it is.
Buy art or you participate in art because you love it.
Yeah.
It does not have to be gray like your sofa or green or
matchy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a good way. I think that's a good piece of advice to leave this is, your good art does not have to match
your sofa.
The boring parts.
That's good.
Right.
That's good.
Well, Ali and Callie,
Yes.
I just keep saying that. Thank you, ladies, both so much for giving me your time today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, we always end our art cast with whatever you do today, make sure it's creative.
That's right.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Keeping Tabs. I'm Tabitha Kroc, and every Monday I release a podcast about different community members here in North Idaho. And then we end the weeks on Fridays with a podcast about the things I'm passionate about: outdoors, adventures, sports, the van life, and even current events. So if you like what you heard, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. Thank you again. Now go be kind and do something great.